musicals. And he said, you know, well, and then he said the bad part about it was I was not a good trumpet player, and they still paid me. He said, why?
But they still paid him.
He said, why did they do it? Because I really looked good on camera with the trumpet, even though I couldn't play the trumpet worth a darn. But he looked good, and they wanted to, and that's how he got to be what he did, was because the camera would, okay, a woman, Sid Charisse, was said there was never a camera that didn't love her.
Mm-hmm.
She was terrified of being on camera. Terrified. She did not want to speak because she was afraid of being on camera. But her career was because people pushed her because they knew she could do this, but she buried the early part of her career. Ann Miller buried when she was a real goofy little girl dancer. And those people, the families, do not want you talking about other than the career that they had, that they became stars as. So, you know, you run into a wall, and it's a really hard wall to get through. You know, you get threatened to tell people about, you talk about things you know, you get threatened. Because they copyright people's names today.
Mm-hmm.
And they copyright an image. I mean, I met, I met Marilyn Monroe when she wasn't Marilyn Monroe, and she was a nice little girl. And I basically, Tony Curtis, I met Tony Curtis when he wasn't Tony Curtis, and I met Charles Bronson when they weren't Charles Bronson, and we all actually went to, you know, my mother ran restaurants, and we'd go over to my mother's place and eat.
Mm-hmm.
And they were all totally different than what you saw on the screen. You know, Norma Jean basically had dark hair and was a little mouse. Tony Curtis and Charles Bronson were both nice guys, but they were like, you know, well, I'm 18 years old and I'm in the military.
Mm-hmm.
I'm better than you are because you're 15 years old and not in the military.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a soldier and I'm a sailor. And we, you know, they would go out to pick up girls, and I would get to be an asshole. They said, I'm here with Norma Jean, who are you with? That was how I would do things.
Oh, God.
So I was a bad person. God, if they were still alive, they'd really have some nasty things to say about me. They got, okay, here's the thing. They got to all be stars. I didn't. You know why? I didn't care. It was never my ambition. My ambition was, they gave me money to go shoot somebody. They gave me money to play the piano. They gave me the money to sing. Oh, the piano thing really irritated my mother. Someday we'll tell you about that one. My mother did not like me playing piano because I refused to take lessons, but I've been playing piano. And I sang, I got danced. I could play a cowboy one day, I could play a half-breed Indian another day. I could play a German soldier. I could play an American soldier. I got to do all these things, and they paid me for doing all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually have a degree. I got a doctorate in veterinary medicine and a doctorate in cinematography. And I got all these crappy things. And to my mother, I was nothing but an educated bum that never lived up to his potential. So I'm still here. And those people are all gone. All of them are dead. I'm still here and I'm working. I went to Cannes last year, folks. I went to Cannes the last 3 times. And we came back winners.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's enough for today. And then we'll try. I'm actually looking forward to getting somebody that's old. I may have found somebody. I just got to sit there. If it's who I think it is, it's somebody that's father lied about things.
Ah.
And he's in his 70s and retired.
Ah.
But if I can get him to talk about his father, his father was the top director, and he put himself in his movies because it saved money. But his father did a lot of Western stuff. He cast himself as cavalry officers, and it was really super good looking. But I thought his father had been dead for 30 years, and he said it was his birthday today.
Ah.
So I think, if it's who I think it is, he's been dead for a long time. So.
Oh, this could be very interesting.
I know, so we're going to find out. So I guess, like I said, we're going to keep doing this more often. I'm going to write more and do stuff because it works well.
Well, we'll find out more for other people. But meanwhile, Memories of a Dinosaur, if you would like us to know about either yourself or a relative,
It's on
It is.
YouTube. You can
Yes.
basically leave a note for us on YouTube. And there is, on the Travel Suite, there is a page called Memories of a Dinosaur. All you got to do is leave a comment there, and because you submit stuff. You can send us something in writing, I'll put it up. You can send us something on a cell phone, and I'll put it up. And it's just your way of giving credit. You could be a behind-the-scenes person that never gets credit. My grandmother, Mary, was behind the scenes. My father was both behind the scenes and in front of the camera. This is for everybody.
And the reason we're putting it out is this is history, the golden age of Hollywood.
It's all going to be gone.
Yep.
I knew Eddie Albert. Eddie Albert curated old folk music, and they asked him why, and he said because the people are all dying. And when he died, his son Edward basically worked on it, but Edward died also, and it's all come to an end. And when those people are all gone, who's gonna, okay, 50 to 60% of the westerns that it was in no longer exist in the form they were made.
Actually, you know what else? If you want to submit something also, you can hashtag it Memories of a Dinosaur.
Yeah, you know more about that stuff than
Yeah.
I don't hashtag things.
And,
So.
well, yeah, I mean, we're actually, I'll take a look at those pages because we do want that information because this is history.
Yeah, very much history. And
Hollywood history.
Because, I mean, I will not be here forever, and she really has no clue because her life started 34 years ago.
I still don't know who most of those people are.
You don't know who
I
any
don't.
of them are.
And part of it is like, and I'm by you and I hear about it, but otherwise it's like people won't know.
I don't know who a lot of the people were. This is a true thing. I went to see a singer, Pauly Servino. He was Pauly when I was younger. Sing. He's got the voice of a great.
Oh, he's got a fabulous.
I'm meeting a person that basically was a predominant actor in the 60s and 70s. And he comes up to me, he said, I'm kind of wearing my little suit that day. He comes up and said, how things going? I'm going this. And we said, what are you doing today? And he said, well, I'm still in business. And he said,
well, I could contact Dee Dee. Dee Dee's Paul's wife.
yeah, no. But Pauly Servino he's a nice guy. I've met his daughter, but he was always an Italian gangster. So, but he was meant to be a singer and became
he's also a very good artist.
Dreyfuss, we've met
Richard
him.
Dreyfuss.
The other guy, not Dreyfuss, the guy that does Sinatra.
Davi, Robert Davi.
Davi was meant to be a singer and became an actor.
Yeah, he is a good singer.
And there's the things, those people that got other families that got stories. So, but look at him, maybe I could get my hands on Eli Wallach, we could talk about things.
Who's Eli Wallach?
That's what I mean, you don't know.
I have no clue.
He's basically, one of the great actors. He was in, he was in Guns of the Magnificent 7. He was the really bad guy. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Oh, those are big names.
Those are big movies. How the West.
Of course, I've never seen any of them, but I know they're like Western classics.
He was the main villain in How the West was won. He basically, he didn't do a whole lot. He just did magnificent things in his life. Not a whole lot.
Like the Magnificent Seven.
Just great things he did. So.
Oh, God.
So, like I said, this goes on. This is going forever. We just kind of divide them up.
Anyway, find out more information on memoriesofadinosaur.com.
That's right.
Yeah, and we'll direct you there.